Hi, and welcome to Cohen Creative Design Show. We're supporting you to become the designer of your life by implementing tips and tricks to help you manifest your desires. I'm your host, Christina Cohen, and I'm just a girl from a small town with big dreams. I'm motivated by my family and passions for sharing and creating. My mission is to bring you stories from others who have manifested prosperity in their lives and help you take unapologetic action and create the life you desire. Your life and business transformation begins at Cohen Creative Designs. Let's welcome Pinky PATEL, one of my favorite content creators and comedians. The 41-year-old IT professional and mother, too, that gained digital distinction. She made 4 million followers on TikTok and up to 740,000 on Instagram. In the thick of the COVID-19 pandemic, when she began recording from her basement home office in suburban Chicago. Let's welcome her. Welcome to the show. I'm so happy that you're here with me today.
So somebody asked me on Saturday, like I was in a panel, and they're like, so, why do you think your stuff does well? I'm like, well, I've been told it's because I'm relatable. And again, I don't ever go when I post stuff. I only use a couple hashtags that I know, right? It'll be either my own like Pinky PATEL official or Pinky splaining or whatever if I remember pertain to that video. I'm horrible at hashtags. And then sometimes like I don't know if something's gonna be relatable or not until people tell me in the comments.
Yeah.
Right. And so then sometimes I'll go back and I'll add that hashtag. So just to get on people's radar, but that's what I've been told. So I don't know. I'm just going to keep up with it. I just keep posting until someone says, oh my God, I was feeling the same way. It's like, oh, you too.
Yes.
Why did this person cut? I don't know. Why can't everybody in line who was paying attention, like form a club and just be like, no, you should not have done that.
Yeah.
And every car that passed me last week, because I don't normally do pickup on Thursday and Friday. Dad does it, but I had to because he had whatever tag team. And I was like, okay. So I blocked off an hour in my calendar, out of office, went in, and I was like, okay. And I clocked every single car that passed me. I'm like, they're gonna cut, and they did. And so when I made the video, I was at my breaking point. Like, I don't make a video because some one person did me wrong. It
takes them. This is not happening.
Like, don't tell me you didn't know. This is what the pickup line was like. People are like, oh, I don't know how pickup lines how they work.
Like, you see me, I see you, you see me, she don't see you.
Exactly. Oh, exactly. It drives me crazy.
It's horrendous. I know. But I love that you are, those are some of the things that I've definitely picked up from this, that I love your family values. I love your boundaries. I love that you're like, not that you don't give a attitude, but you care less and less about other people's opinions. You are unapologetically you are funny about it. You have your genuine moments about it. And I think that that's why there's a lot of resonating there. You're very raw on a lot of things. And that's what I think that the relatable stuff is, not the superficial, not, nobody likes fake anything.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not perfect. There's times where people you should have said that, and I'm like, really say something bad, and so I learned from it, and I will move on. Like, what people don't understand now, like when they leave comments or whatever, is you gotta do your research. Like, go to this person's page, see if this is a normal trend of they're constantly using this wrong lingo, in their haters or their troll. Like, go look at that. Yeah. Go look at their other content to see. Even if you watch 2 or 3 other videos of mine, you would quickly know I'm not a hater. Maybe I might say something wrong, but that's because I don't know what I'm supposed to say half the time. I don't know if I'm supposed to say she, they, them. I have no idea. And it's not because I'm being disrespectful. It's just I don't know.
I know.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say natural born female or not. I know now.
I'm laughing because I am on the same page with you, and just like you worry about.
Everybody is.
Yes.
Everybody's on the same page. We don't know what to say, how to say it. Like, we're terrified of being like, oh, well, she said this. It's like, well, why did you assume it was a she? I'm like, well, I didn't want to say it because it sounds bad. You are a human. should I, so it's like, and then also like, you can't make anybody happy. You
Nope.
can't make anybody happy.
It's
Like there's always,
impossible to
and
make
so that's
everyone
why I'm
happy.
like, go take a look at this person's content, see if they're genuinely an asshole or not, and you just determine, use your
Yes.
like powers of deduction,
Yep.
and just be like, she just said something. Don't be like, I'm so disappointed in you. I thought you were like, you accepted everybody, but when you just said natural born female, I understood quickly that you don't accept anybody. I'm like,
Okay,
no,
yes. See,
that is
that's
absolutely wrong. And
yes.
when I hear that kind of stuff, because I'm not like, I won't hate you because of the color of your skin. I won't. I will hate you because you're dumb. I'm not, and you know what I mean? Like, I'm an equal opportunity dummy shammer. If you are doing something stupid, that is why I will hate you. I will never hate you because you're gay or because you're a lesbian or because you're trans or because you're black or you're Asian or you're Mexican. I will never. So when someone tells me I'm racist, I'm like, excuse me, what gave you that impression? Because I said the word Afro? Now you think I'm racist? It's like, what, like, what kind of world are you coming from?
There's a lot of because of the caliber where you are with things, there's just a lot of responsibility though of other people's feelings that you're just not responsible for, when you come across in the interpretation of what other people think or say or how that comes in. I mean, you could, if they're not willing to listen either to be in a civilized conversation, it doesn't matter how many times you try to relate your same message. It doesn't matter if you scratch it off and do it all over again. It just, sometimes when the individual's not ready to listen and accept just a conversation that they don't want, it's just going to go over their head. So yes, we're all humans. Yes. Has there been time or two where things have left my mouth and I've completely regretted it? Yes. But I do believe that, if you're a genuine individual who really means well, does respect other people, that I think that the people that you want to have around you and support you, and the more people and followers that you want to attract in that matter, I hope that happens for you, because you're right. There is no possible way that you're going to be able to please everyone. It's just impossible. And I hope that the interpretations lessen for you. And I hope that the trolls slow down, but it's a lot easier for people to hide behind a computer screen and a text message for sure. So I know that your skin, I don't know you on a personal level, but I can already tell that your skin is a lot thicker than the average, but it still doesn't mean that it isn't hurt in some way, shape, or form, because I know that that's not what you stand for and that's not what you mean. But keep pushing through, follow your heart. Pinky, you've got this, got the support. And that's what I'm going to put out there in the universe for you, is that I hope that there's more followers along the lines of what you want to attract and who appreciates you and supports you in that way versus tearing you down. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, if it ends up where I would rather have 10 followers who support me 100%, who know that I am authentic, who are diehards, whatever, than having 50 million followers who are superficial, right? 50 million followers who just saw one video, they liked it, and now, that Indian lady with the crown, like, you don't even know my name, and you have 4 appendages on your body with that name, and you don't know what my name, like, you have 4 pinkies on your body and you still can't remember my name. And I'm just like, so when people leave comments like that or DM me or they'll say that like, oh my God, you're that TikTok lady. I'm like, I have a name. And I try to deny it every time. Like when people recognize me, I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I try to play dumb. And I'm like, well, I mean, if you like my content, if you're a follower, you should know what my name is.
Yeah.
It's common courtesy, right? Like, if I met you in real life, and I met you a couple times in real life, and I was still like, oh my God, you're that lady that helps with like coaching. No, my name's Christina. How come you not know that? Like, if you don't know it, say, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I couldn't remember your name. Can you give it to me again?
Yes.
I have more respect for you that way. But when you're like, oh, you're that TikTok lady. Do you know how many TikTok ladies there are? There's a lot of TikTok ladies. And so if I have 10 followers that are genuine versus millions and millions who don't want to get to know me, don't want to be on this journey with me. I'm okay with that. And I'll take everything in between. But
Yeah.
I feel like so far I've attracted pretty genuine, like-minded individuals. And
oh yeah,
I
the long-term ones definitely are,
yeah,
are the more the you attract to your tribe. And yeah, I can't wait. I really just cannot wait to see you even go even further than where this has already brought you. It's exciting, I think it's great. And I can't wait. Okay. So I have one of these questions on here, which I kind of feel like we kind of went over a little bit, but did you always have the courage to speak your mind freely, like the way you do now?
absolutely not. I did not. Growing up the way I did, and again, probably the same as a lot of first generation foreign kids growing up, you learn when you can say stuff and when you can't. You learn not just when, but what you can say and who you can say it to and all that stuff. And so I learned early on who I can be myself with and who I had to put different personas on. Right. So at school, I'm this mask. With my friends at school, I'm this mask, or at track practice, I'm this, or, at like a DYL party, I'm this person. Like there was always a different mask that you put on. And so the only one that was real is when I was with my bestest of best friends, which is this sarcastic person, the one that everybody sees now. And I think, again, if I had tried to start this at 18, I wouldn't be as funny. I know for a fact I wouldn't be as funny. All of this has just come from age and honestly just not giving more. Like there's 4 things, and I tell people left and right when I do cameos and personalized messages and stuff, and I try to remember then to do posts for social media. But if somebody is not helping you pay your bills, somebody is not helping you take care of your babies, either fur babies or human babies, if they're not keeping you happy at night, and if they are not making sure that your mental state is where it needs to be, they should not be in your life. It does not matter how old they are. It does not matter if they're blood or non-blood. If somebody doesn't fit any of those requirements, obviously you want somebody that fits all 4.
Right. Ideally.
But ideally, that's your life partner, right? That's your life partner that fits all 4, ideally. But even if you have somebody that fits 1 or 2, they can stay in your life. But everybody else, they're not worth your time. They're not worth my time. And it's like, if people at work piss me off, it's like, I'm just dealing with you 9 to 5. I'm out after that. Like I have definitely learned when I shut down at 4, 8 to 4, sorry. But when I shut down at 4, it's done. Like I don't care that I have email access on my phone. I don't care that it's a work phone. You tout, you keep telling your employees, we want you to have work-life balance. That doesn't mean that now that I'm working from home, because of this pandemonium, you take advantage of that. More than anything, now is when we need that work-life balance, right? And so I tell people constantly, if you're not fitting those 4 criteria, you're out. And that doesn't mean I'm going to be mean to you. That doesn't mean I'm going to be rude to you. I will respect you as a human being. If we see each other on the streets, I'll say hi. If we see each other in Walmart, I'll say hi. How's it going? How's the kids? Whatever. If you text me, how's it going? I haven't talked to you. I'll text you back. Hey, just been really busy. I'll keep it superficial. I'll keep it really high level, because if you need to invest the same amount of time in me that I feel I'm investing in you, you're out of there. So the way that I am, the reason that I am the way that I am right now, and I feel like I can say some stuff, is from past experiences, and it's just from learning when you can say what to certain audiences, right? Like if people don't like it, they're like, well, why can't I be the same person with everybody? And it's like, do you understand what you just said?
Right.
There's never going to be an instance in your life where you can be the same person in front of all these different groups of people. There's never going to be that time.
And now, it doesn't mean that you still can't have the same core values or boundaries, but I mean, as far as, your dialect and, interactions with them, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I would almost say I want to say it's kind of common sense, but I guess some people really
don't realize it. It's common sense to change things, not completely change yourself, right? Like the people that the Pinky that different groups of people see is still me, right? But it's because I feel like group A deserves this version of me, group B deserves this one, C, D, E. But if you put all those different pinkies together, it's still you as a whole. Now,
Absolutely.
if you don't go into this thinking that, then you need to kind of obviously go to therapy and figure that out and like figure yourself out before you try to give advice to other people online, right? Like I don't give people advice online. I know I do the whole Usha advice thing, but it's stupid advice. If you actually listen to the advice, it's that you shouldn't be doing, but people are idiots, and it's just like what? And it's a take on the fact that Indian aunties give you the dumbest advice and think they're giving you gold, and
Gold,
it's like you're not giving me.
Yeah,
it's like it's okay. It's like you're making it more difficult for me to figure out what I should be doing and shouldn't be doing as a 16-year-old, 18-year-old trying to figure out my life. You know, so yeah, no.
I agree with that. And there's a lot of life coaching skills and tactics that can help people figure out some of those things as well. Even trying to figure out what they want out of life or how they want to get there. You know, there's so many different methods and ways to go about doing that. And that's where I really feel like that's part of what my job is and purpose is in life, to help give back to people in that sense of things. So, yeah, I love that you inspire people in the different ways of having that common sense, or not the common sense, but the values of understanding the difference between the two, to make light of things, to not be so freaking serious all the time, you know, to laugh at yourself, to laugh at, you know, like with others. There's some things that I don't know. You've always just had this attractive soul about you. And I really hope the best for you. I hope that, you know, whatever it is that your heart desires as to where you want to be in life, that it manifests for you. You're more than willing and deserving of it. I'm so grateful that you took the time to sit here and chat with me today. It was really special. Well, I hope you have a great day. And do you have any other questions for me?
I don't know.
Okay.
This was a really nice chat.
It was. But yeah, if there's anything that you need from me or wish to put out there to support you, you just let me know, because I would totally do that.
No, I think everybody's doing as much as they can, right? Like I just make content to make people laugh. So if I make you laugh and you like it, that's great. If not, all I ask is you just move on. You don't need to sit here. And there's 7 billion people in the world. I'm pretty sure you can find somebody else to connect with if it's not me, and my feelings will not be hurt. You don't have to tell me. Like I always find it strange when someone's like, you know, I used to like you, but now I feel like your content is different and I'm going to unfollow you. I'm like, why are you announcing this? This is not an airport.
Yeah.
Like, it's just because I happen to be looking at comments at that moment in time that I saw it. If I had waited another 30 seconds, that comment would have been buried because I get so many. And it's like, I just say, okay, move on. Like, I don't block that person. I'm like, because I don't follow a million people. The reason I don't is because I like to maintain that relationship with people. Like the reason, and I get it a lot. People are like, oh my God, you have this many followers, but you only follow 100 people. I'm like, do you go up to, again, Kevin Hart and tell him, oh my God, you have 250 million followers, but you only follow 1,000. Do you do that to him? No, because his team would get on your ass and be like, get the like, don't worry about how many people I'm following. There's a reason for that, because that is what I can handle mentally, right? I don't want to be one of those people that just follows random, like all these people, 10,000, 20,000 people, and now I can't keep track of anybody. No, I don't know what's going on in anybody's life besides what they put on social media. And I'm sorry, but that's not a relationship. Like if the only way that I'm finding out about your life is through social media, then there's a problem. We're not really friends. You get what I'm saying? Like, and so if I am following less people, I can then DM them, or I can make sure I'm constantly in their videos and encouraging them and giving them the support that they're giving me. And it's like, also, why are you just following people just to follow people? Like, you need to follow people that either are educating you or bringing joy to your life or doing something. When you just randomly follow people, it's like, what do you, nobody, I didn't ask you to follow, like,
It's definitely unintentional. Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you got to think about it. And it frustrates me when people get upset. Like I said, oh, well, you just follow this many people. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
There's a reason. How about you ask me, hey, I noticed that you don't follow too many people. Is there a reason for that? And ask nicely. Don't ask like in a twat waffle
like
way.
in a demand. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, do you understand that I'm giving you free content every day to make you happy? Free. It's not like HBO Max where you have to pay. It's not like Disney Plus where you have to pay. It's not like Hulu where you have to pay. This is free content.
Yeah.
And the fact that people think that they have so much right to your life because you put yourself out there, I'm like, no, I pick and choose what I put out there. Because again, I'm not 18 and I don't have to put all of myself out there. You guys will never, and this is not because people are crazy, right? There's a reason why I don't say my kids' names.
I agree.
There's a reason why I don't have my family on social media. There's a reason why I have a group of friends who I will never tag them in anything because it keeps their privacy. Because when you know somebody who's public, and I worry about, like, that's the stuff I think about. Like, I will never, unless a family member says, yeah, you can for sure tag me, I'm never going to tag them in anything because I'm respecting their privacy. You know what I mean? But there's always going to be a moment in time where I'm not sharing 100% of myself with you because safety first.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Do you have any other platforms that you're working on back end that you can stay in touch with other people, like website? I mean, I know that you're on so many different platforms, but with the whole thing with Facebook and Instagram going out about a month ago, did you have something in plan before then?
I did. So, I mean, we are working on my website. So we had just purchased a website, I think like a couple weeks ago. We're still kind of deciding how we want it to look and stuff.
Offered that to you before.
No, it's not, we didn't launch it yet. So it's not like, oh my God. But I mean, I'm the same handle on all social media platforms. So if one goes away, I'll have another one. Like, I'm not too worried about like, oh no, where are we? And then now that I'm actually doing shows and stuff, so that's kind of the other half of it. And
That's
so we're
exciting.
we're hoping that this website will kind of be a one-stop shop if you are a fan, to be like pinkypatel.com, and you can just see what I'm working on if you're like, hey, I haven't seen her in a while. But I mean, this summer alone, like, I had my own personal troll where they were just constantly like reporting my content for stupid reasons. And then like it started in June and it kind of tapered off in August. Every week, so from June to then, and that's like what, roughly 12 weeks. Every week, the first week I was banned from posting for a day. Only lasted 8 hours, so fine. Second week, 2 days. That's when I got banned for 2 days. And so every week it increased to the point where at one point I was banned from posting on TikTok for 10 days because somebody felt I was harassing somebody. I was like, have you actually heard the words that come out of my mouth? Like, I could be mean. I could be like, why would you get a breast job like that? What is wrong with you? But I'm choosing to ask you the questions that I know everybody else is asking you. Like, I'm for sure your back hurts. How do you get in the car? How are you driving? Where are you getting these clothes from? Like, I ask those type of questions because that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
But people just see it as, and again, I don't know if it's really people who genuinely think I'm being mean, or if it's somebody who just doesn't want to see me grow. It could be a combination.
Right.
Who knows?
Right.
But so in the summer, I basically couldn't post on TikTok. And so I was posting on Instagram, right? And if that happens again, if I can't post on Instagram, I'll go to Shorts. Like, I'll just keep pinging back and forth.
Moving along.
That's like, I can't.
Nobody's gonna stop
let it. Right. I can't let it devastate me. Like,
right.
I've got a life to live. I can't like.
Right.
I can have a moment of like.
It's extremely unfortunate. And it's mind baffling to me, where people find the time and effort to go to extents to that measure. It's just
yeah. It takes, and the thing with that, with like TikTok is, once you get like a community violation, guideline violation, now you're on their radar, right? So in the first, like your first video that got reported, it could have been like 10 people that reported you, right? But I remember in May, this one person went through and reported all my videos, all of them. And they within an hour, my account was banned.
You were
on
locked
TikTok.
down.
No, it was banned. They were like, you will no longer have access. You will be kicked off. And I freaked out because I had just signed with Viral Nation then. I was like, I am just starting and they're going to think I'm a troublemaker talent. And I was just, like, so I reached out to, I was like, I don't know what happened, because at 8:30, I was in there checking messages. By 9:30, after my meeting that I was done, I went in and I was like, I couldn't log in. They were like, we need your password. I was like, what is this? And then my friends, Meredith and Ashley, and they were like, Pinky, why is your account banned? I was like, what talking? Like, I didn't even know. They had to tell me. And it was it. And I found out one person had just gone through and mass reported videos, because
Nice.
when I finally got on, I could see all the videos that were, and then people were DMing me like, hey, the stitch that I did with you or the duet I did with you got reported saying original content has been taken down.
Oh, what a mess.
It was insane. And then from then on, constantly they were just going, and I'm like, in order for you to report a video, it takes 3 clicks. I've done it. I've reported hate speech videos. I'm not going to lie, but they've truly been hate speech. It wasn't me being jealous of someone who's supposed to be on my, my friend or anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it takes three taps to do this, when it could have taken you 1 tap to swipe up to get me off your radar. I'm like, what are you doing with your life that you are so miserable that you're going to sit there and you're going to report every single one of my videos for nothing? And then, like, also to TikTok's fault, like, why don't you
they just allow it? There's
this?
there's no investigation on it. Did you fight it?
I mean, we got it back. Like, we got my account back.
Right.
I told my person at Viral Nation, my agent, I was like, I don't know what's going on. Remember when I asked you, I have a feeling I have a troll out there, because of you go from not getting reported for how many months, and then as soon as you start getting millions and millions of followers, that's when you start getting reported. Something sketchy. And my husband to this day is convinced that it's people I know. And I'm like, it's probably people that don't want to see me succeed. And I'm like, but they have to know I'm not stupid. It's like, what are you going to come to all my shows nationwide? You're going to follow me around and tell people to not go into my show? No, you don't have money. All you are, you're in your mom's basement just reporting my videos. So.
Yeah. Well, I love that we could just brush it off. It's not,
I mean,
it's a pain in the ass, but it's not worth even giving them the energy to,
It helps. And my husband he's very down to earth. He's complete opposite of me. So what you see on the screen is me all the time in a good mood, all the time in a good mood.
Yeah.
And then he's the quiet, all right, why are we shouting? Because we're excited. We don't need to shout because we're excited. Can we just take it down a notch? Did you thank this person? Did you give a tip to everybody at the club? Did you do this? Did you do that? Or like, before I go on, oh, did you make sure you walk to the edge, go to the left and say hi, go to the right and say hi? I'm like, all right.
Oh, he's so cute.
The only reason I allow him to do it is because I know it comes from a good place, and so I don't get frustrated. But like in the moment when I'm like anxious about going on stage and he's like, did you do that? I'm like, can you stop communicating with me 20-30 minutes before I have to go on, please? And so now he has to do math, right? He's like, okay, well, I'm in Central, she's in Eastern, that means there's an hour difference. I need to stop talking to her.
Oh, that'd be great if they could travel with you when you have the opportunities to, when things really open up for you,
yeah, I mean, probably in the summer they'll come to a couple of shows. We'll try to make it so it's like in cities that we haven't been to yet.
Do you have a list already established?
No, we're just working month by month. I know we're going to open up Southern California. I have 4 shows in Southern California in January. And then I have Arizona in February, and then back in New York City in March. So the right now, because I'm doing this double duty, is I'm only traveling once a month to do shows. Like that's what you can do. Right. That's what we all came to an agreement to as a family unit. And I told my husband, I was like, look, when I can quit, my plan is to go every other weekend to do shows. And if I can do 5 shows a weekend, 10 shows a month, the rest of the time I'm a stay-at-home mom. I will do all of the pickup, drop off, whatever.